we're into Caro Station. 1080p, 60 frames. So, you know what? I wanted to ask you guys this. I believe you had confirmed this for me earlier. Two-player online co-op for the first time in the Halo campaign, correct? Halo 2 campaign?
That's right. Yeah, we're going to have that for in particular for 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
We're going to have those across the board on those, which is going to be a tremendous amount of fun. Similar for Forge as well. You're going to be able to Forge on 2, 3, and 4.
Awesome. Forge on 2?
That's correct.
How is that possible?
That's more the magic. Yeah, I know. I saw some speculation just before we got here, actually, like people wondering if we were doing Forge for those or not. And yeah, we absolutely are.
Yeah, when I met with you guys just a few weeks ago, you hadn't confirmed it, and I put it in my. I have a big preview piece that breaks down everything on IGN right now. I need to actually go in and update that with some good news.
I want to keep you going. Yeah, no, so absolutely. So when we spoke, what was it, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
something like that. We were close to locking it, but we weren't 100%. And between now and then, that has locked and confirmed.
So, Dan and Frank, I want to have you talk us through here what's going on.
Well,
about the visual fidelity and exactly what's going on under the hood here.
Caveat the whole thing. This is obviously work in progress.
Sure.
This is going to get better and better as we keep working through it. And there's definitely with this kind of development, there's a lot of layering that goes in, even more so than building a game from scratch.
Yeah.
And but we're pretty happy with this. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny that sometimes the change is really jarring and frightening, but sometimes it's kind of testament to how well built the game environment was in the first place. And we saw that with the original Anniversary. But yeah, and the other thing is the switch is instant now. Previously there was a little bit of lag as you switch between the memory and screen buffers, and now that switch is 100% instant. You can do it in the middle of a firefight and survive.
So are these Elite and Grunt models built off? Are these the Halo 4 ones? Are these all new models that have been done for the enemies? So
we grabbed from a number of different games actually to pull them together for this. As you can see, there's a pretty stark difference even between the characters here as you're swapping back and forth. So really there's no one answer to that. We grabbed across the board and made modifications on a case-by-case. But yeah, you can really tell that swap. One of the things we wanted to do, people really enjoyed that swap so much, and we wanted to evolve that as well for Xbox One. As Frank alluded to, there was that fade in, fade out on the first one, and we've just got obviously more power to work with now. So a big thing was just to make that swap instantaneous.
Frank, this is something in particular that I've talked to you about before. I'm curious, with the Halo 2 Anniversary in particular, was there ever any consideration or investigation done into the infamous E3 2003 single-player demo? That mission that never made the game.
We talked about
making that playable for this.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think the problem is that in a very real sense, it's a completely different engine than all of the other ones. So you'd have to bubble off this segment of the engine. The content, and Joe is, I believe, at the show. He'll speak to this as well. The content is all real and it all functions. It all functions. The problem is if you deviate from the safe